The God of the poor. This week we begin to listen to the Sermon on the Mount, which starts with the Beatitudes, where Christ states that the following people are blessed, beatus in Latin, the poor in spirit, mourners, the meek, those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, the merciful, the clean of heart, and the peacemakers. Now, for what it's worth, I doubt this listing was intended as a to-do list in the sense of telling us to work on becoming poor, poor in spirit or just plain poor, to work on how to mourn, to get hungry for righteousness. Rather, I suspect Christ was saying that when we inevitably feel poor in spirit, when we inevitably mourn, when we finally break down and become meek or merciful, then we are blessed. It's more of an affirmation of littleness than an agenda for seeking holiness. Second, I think Jesus was coming down on the side of a certain reliance on God that might even be mistaken for passivity. For example, while he indeed states that the blessed include those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, which could also be translated as justice, Jesus seems to endorse a form of hungering that manifests itself in poverty of spirit, in meekness, mercy, even in mourning. Nowhere in this sermon will we see anything like establishing God's kingdom by force or even by use of wealth. Finally, my brother pointed out to me that in this passage, Jesus definitively identifies his Father, the source of the blesseds, with a certain kindness and mercy and meekness and poverty. Thus, to the extent that anybody in Jesus' audience was still looking for a God who would go smiting God's enemies, they'd have to go look elsewhere. Jesus' God, his Father, blesses poverty of spirit because he is the God of the poor.